Good day, everyone! Most especially to all my students of Placida Miquiapas National High School. How are you guys? I hope you are doing great today. It's me again, your teacher, Mamshi Ives, saying stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. And of course, have fun in answering all of your modules. And I would like to welcome you all to English 10 Quarter 1 Module 4, which is about textual aids. Welcome to this module. You must be very eager to start with the learning activities prepared for you. The activities in the module have been designed to provide you with rich and stimulating learning experiences. After going through this module, you are expected to define textual aids and identify the different forms of textual aids, identify the different purpose of textual aids, transpose nonlinear information to text, and determine the effects of textual aids on the understanding of the text. So good luck as you begin this module. Now that you know what you are expected to learn from this module, let's find out first how much you know about them. So follow the directions for each set of questions. So first directions. Study the given bar graph, then write the letter of the answer to each question that follows in your activity notebook or in your answer sheet. On the left side of the graph, we have the numbers of voters. Below, we also have precinct number. So number of voters from 0 up to 600. Precinct number, we have 1 up to 5. Number 1. Based on the given bar graph, which precinct has the highest number of registered voters? A. 1, B. 3, C. 4, and D. 5. As you can see in the graph, this one has the highest registered voters. So the correct answer is letter A. Now let's move on to number 2. Which precinct has the highest number of actual voters? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for number 2? Okay, the highest number of actual voters is, we have letter D, which is number 5. Again, I would like to remind you of the legends. So the darker shades means number of registered voters. The lighter shade, it means number of actual voters. So this one, the lighter one. So that's it. Let's proceed to number 3. Which precinct has the lowest number of actual voters? Is it A. 1, B. 2, C. 3, or D. 4? The correct answer for number 3 is letter C, which is number 3. So this one has the lowest number of actual voters, the light gray one. Okay, number 4. What textual aid is it in which points are connected to show relationships between two or more items? A. Bar graph, B. Concept mapped, C. Line graph, or D. Venn diagram? The correct answer for number 4 is letter C, of course, line graph, wherein you are going to connect all the points to show relationship between two or more items. Now, let's move on to number 5. Which of the following graphics is used in displaying numerical data and presenting summarized information in rows and columns? A. Charts, B. Maps, C. Tables, or D. Titles? The correct answer for number 5 is letter D. Tables. Tables again displays numerical data and presenting summarized information in rows and columns. And I know you know about it. Next, let's proceed to number 6. Which of the following is true about textual aids? A. They are educational instruments used in linear texts. B. They are educational instruments that summarize a text. C. They are instruments that distract learners' attention on important points. Or D. They are educational instruments written or printed that emphasize essential points, graphs, and images. So what do you think is the correct answer for number 6? Yes, very good. The correct answer for number 6 is letter D. Now let's move on to number 7. Which of the following items is a graphical or symbolic representation of a process? A. Concept map, B. Flowchart, C. Table, or D. Venn diagram? The correct answer for number 7 is, of course, letter B. Flow chart. Now let's proceed to number 8. Which of the following best completes the statement? Line graphs are blank. A. Starting with the earliest and following the order in which they occurred. B. Diagram of data in which specific values are plotted as dots and connected using lines. C. A graph in which a circle is divided into sectors that each represent a portion of the whole. Or D. A diagram in which the numerical values of variables are represented by the height or length of rectangles of equal width. The correct answer for number 8 is letter B, as in boy. Let's move on to number 9. What visual display demonstrates relationships between facts, concepts, or ideas? A. Concept maps, B. Flowchart, C. Graphic organizer, or D. Venn diagram? The correct answer for number 9 is letter C. Graphic organizer. Of course, it demonstrates relationship between facts, concepts, or ideas. Now let's continue with number 10. Which textual aids or aid is used to identify the similarities and differences between two or more concepts? A. Concept maps, B. Flowchart, C. Graphic organizer, or D. Venn diagram? I know you guys know about this. There are two circles, yes, in which it identifies the similarities and differences between two or more concepts. Okay, the correct answer for number 10 is, of course, letter D. Venn diagram. Now let's move on. We have number 11. Which of the following are elements existing independently of a main text and intended to enhance readers' experiences? A. Feature presentations, B. Literary features, C. Superfluous features, or D. Text features? What do you think is the correct answer for number 11? The correct answer for number 11 is letter D. Text features. Now let's move on to number 12. What type of textual aid gives the gist of the story? A. Title, B. Image, C. Flowchart, or D. Symbol? The correct answer for number 12 is, of course, letter A. Title. Now let's continue. Number 13. Which type of textual aids show the central thought with its matching characteristics and can be used to show hierarchical relationships? A. Cause and effect diagram. B. Concept map. C. Graphic organizer. Or D. Venn diagram. What do you think is the correct answer for number 13? Great! The correct answer for number 13 is letter B. Concept map. Number 14. Which of the following items are length of parallel bars, either vertical or horizontal, and are used to make comparisons? A. Bar graph. B. Concept map. C. Line graph. D. Venn diagram. Okay, the correct answer for number 14 is, of course, letter A. Bar graphs, from the words parallel bars. Okay, that's it. So let's move on to number 15. Which type of textual aid is the picture below? So as you can say there, we have, it is entitled communication process. Then noise. Below the word noise, we have sender, channel, receiver, and others. So again, which type of textual aid is the picture below? A. Bar graph. B. Flow chart. C. Line graph. Or D. Pie chart. The correct answer for number 15 is, of course, flow chart. So that is an example of a flow chart. So that's all for our pre-test for English 10 Quarter 1 Module 4. Again, this is your teacher, Ma'am Shi Ives, saying adios. Mwah.